In this video, I'm going to cover my first thoughts on the Ultimate RPG kit. But long story short, it's an OG kit that many RPG games used back in like 2014 and above and stuff. Legend of Sword made what was once made with that kit. Same with Legend of Fallen Kingdom, Kit Escape, and all that fun stuff. But yeah, we're gonna go over all of that today, and we're gonna go over my first thoughts on this kit. So that being said, let's get right into it. So we're gonna get the one made by Kits. If this is V1 version 15. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get straight into it. I'm really excited to see how this actually goes. I actually really want to. I kind of want to see if people are interested in wanting me to make a tutorial on this. If you guys do, let me know. But yeah, that makes sense. Let's get right into it. I am really excited to see how this goes. I really remember making my first couple of RPG games with this kit. For example, I used it in Lord of Robloxians and Collide Worlds. People aren't gonna know that game, know those games because you would have to stalk me from back then if you guys really want to know about them. But most people don't really know them, so we'll worry about that later. But yeah, this kid is getting a patch update I think soon, according to some other people. But that's just me. Anyways, let's cover how to. Anyways, how do we go over how to? How do we get over it or cover how? How do we cover this? How do we cover how do we get everything set up? Well, you can use a plugin. I think the plugin still works. I really don't know, but yeah. Anyways, let's cover the tool. So I guess we put these in replicate storage. Put this in start pack. I mean typical. So yeah. Then you got the shop triggers. I guess we'll put these in here. Put the entry. Maybe we could potentially put them here. Maybe yeah. That'll be a bit better. We'll put the armors in replicate storage. I think that's where they go. And GUIs. Yeah. So this will be interesting. So in case you guys want, so yeah, this kit has been remodeled to be more modern and stuff, which is definitely a step in the right direction. Definitely is pretty crazy to think about. This was not my 2025 bingo card, for those who don't know. But yeah, anyways, here's what Kita did, which I honestly, I might be butchering name, which I really apologize once again. But basically, he recently did, or they did an update where basically the HUDs. You can have the original classic HUD, or you can have the new improved HUD, which is the modern HUD. And I think the OG, and yeah, it's definitely a lot better. Honestly, it's something to think about. Honestly, it's crazy that we are in a time where it's crazy that they actually that they didn't just get rid of the UI in general, because it's crazy to think about. But yeah, it was previous toggle parts. I guess we just put these in here too. Scripts, search for service on group, or we can just select all of them and grab them here. We can also go into starter, or we can also go to scripts here. We can storage on group. Okay, noted. Yeah, so he is planning to make things a bit more easier to modify, or a lot more, I guess, format more correctly. But yeah, I hadn't had a look at this entirely right just yet, but yeah, it's cool. Anyways, now that I got that with, I think that's probably about it. And I guess we'll have the healing pod, and yeah. So I guess as usual, I guess we're just gonna have to publish the game and see how this goes. So and before we get into anything, because I completely forgot about this, use 2022 materials because this is a classic RPG kit and classic materials are kind of needed for a classic RPG game unless you kind of want to do something else. But that's just my eyes at least. But yeah, so this is gonna be interesting. I'm really excited. And apparently got love doors and stuff. That's actually pretty cool. So yeah, there's a lot of things. People are gonna ask a lot of questions. That you notice that there's probably not many. There aren't configs in here. And you're wondering where the hell are the configs at? Why are the configs not working? How can I customize the mob and all that stuff? Well, you probably might have noticed it by now, but all of it is attributes. Yes, all of them are attributes. So attack cooldown, chase distance, chase range, critical chance, critical multiplier, max mana, max damage, mana level, goblin money, wander radius. You get a point. Yeah. So yeah, he now uses he basically uses attributes to customize, to make you custom, to have it be more easier to customize. Which is definitely different, I'd say. I wasn't expecting this of all things, but nonetheless, I'd say it's definitely it's what I mean. At least it helps. I mean, it helps at the end of the day. So, it's not really like everyone has their own ways on how they fix things, how they modify things, on how they manage things. But yeah, there's also I think there's also how what's in game properties too. For example, you'll notice that all these are in here too. Yeah, attributes, they're really difficult to work with, but yeah, there's also stuff in here too. So lunge grip and all that stuff. Damn, you can't even customize a fucking lunge grip. That's actually pretty crazy. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So let's pause the game real quick and we'll get right into it. So I'm really excited. I'm sure you guys are excited too. If not, then why'd you click on this video then? Alright, so I decided to finally publish a game, so let's get to it. So, yeah, I will be making a video on this kid, like tutorial series, like I did with Agiles, Orions, and Eversigns, and Droplets, pretty much with everything else, honestly. So, I might as well make tutorials on this too, because I've done it to every other kit, why not do this one, So, I've also been getting asked about questions if I will do a tutorial on, some people might ask if I'm going to be doing tutorials on the Universal RPG kit. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to figure it out, honestly, because Kratom did say, well, he might do tutorials on his own kit, but I really don't know if I should. But then again, we all run different ways, so I'm probably just gonna. Actually, we'll see. I think things are better explained by him because he is the owner of his own kit, and yeah. But anyways, let's get right into it. So, let's test it, and you'll notice that no wonder why. Okay, I completely forgot about two things. First of all, I completely forgot to make sure the places are. I completely forgot about a lot of things actually, but or I think I forgot about two things. API services, save it, close out of it. All right, then next up, I think next up is also changing R6 too. Yeah, R6 only. Okay. Save changes, save and restart. No, I guess not gonna be a big deal. But yeah, okay, now if we play it, it should work now. Okay, and we are in. You notice that goblins were gonna die soon, but that's okay because if you play the game now, you'll notice that it will respawn. Yeah, that's a weird bug I noticed too, and I was like, why is this guy fucking not respawning? Like, why is this guy like dying every so often? So I just look at him and I was like, what the hell? So yeah, it took a bit of me to realize, but I just waited for a bit and boom. That's just pretty much how you work with it. Also, a lot of people have been asking me about. Also, there might be some people asking me how do I work with this thing. Well, I'm gonna show you. So it is kind of a bit of a hassle, but I might post this in the description, so that'll be a bit more easier until Kidif has fixed it himself. But I guess there's a good way to look. I think it's in core RPG script, if I'm correct. Yes. So basically, what you would want to do is okay. So what you would want to do is give me a second, real quick. Okay, so looking at the place where I was testing it previously, trying to figure out how to fix it. What I did was I basically just copied this whole thing and then just pasted it into like 526 or 527. And it's basically the same thing as this, except this will be this because like the character would usually live before this is called, so basically it wouldn't work. So that's just why I put this here. I know it's like different, but oh well. Anyways, so I think that's pretty much how I did it. So if I play the game now, it shouldn't really be an issue now. Yeah, 100. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm not sure about the gold part. I'm not sure if I'm not sure where the gold part's coming from. This game is in a buggy state right now. But not sure if it's like. I'm not sure if it's good or not. I mean, I'm not sure if it's like I'm not sure if we can modify it or if it's. I don't really know, honestly. It's really interesting. So, but yeah, I think it's currently in testing now. I don't really know. I think it was like something. I guess I think you just forgot to fix that. I don't know. But yeah, the kid is kind of my kid just game just lagged a bit. Okay. But yeah. Basically, yeah, the kid just recently came out. But my first thoughts on it are definitely like it's definitely amazing. I definitely feel like it's definitely a step in the right direction looking at it because I just really like seeing seeing the kid come back better than ever. It's crazy to think about that this kid's finally back after almost like this kid is over like 10 years old now. Probably older to some people watching this video, which is pretty insane to think about. So clearly having that in mind, it's great. It's you can tell that a lot has gone into making this kit, and how much it inspired many other games like Ejiao's. I'm not sure if I'm not sure it's true, but I think Ejiao inspired the original. I think Ejiao inspired the original like. Was inspired by the original Ultimate RPG kit to Ultimate RPG kit to format his that way. I'm not sure. I could be wrong though, so don't quote me on that. But anyways, yeah, it's cool. So yeah, you got PvP toggling. I got a comment earlier saying, "How do you toggle PvP?" Well, this is how you toggle PvP. There you go. So he covers. So basically, this toggles PvP, and this untoggles PvP, which is pretty cool to think about. I quite honestly shocked that it actually works like that. But yeah. If I were to play the game and I didn't this is how PvP is enabled and stuff. So yeah. That's cool. Anyways, next up, let's talk about the shops. Now, shops are definitely interesting. He does have an interesting feature for the shops too, which I will go over right now. Actually, let's look at Is there a day and night cycle? Oh yeah, he did add a day and night cycle. Hand. Let me actually disable. Am I able to disable that real quick, or is it on tween? I think I can probably disable it and see if I can disable that real quick. Okay, lighting, 14. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I don't really like the day and night cycle when I'm trying to test things, but for aesthetics, I think it's definitely pleasing. Anyways, for the shops. So what you can do is there's this thing. So you'll notice that there's no shop here, or at least I thought there was. At least there was something. I know there's something else here. I think it was pawn shop. Yeah. So you'll notice that you'll see that there's sell items. You can buy back items that you sold, which seems to be interesting. And there's an item stock, which is also pretty interesting too. So basically what that means is that, like, from what I can tell, what I feel that means is that that you can buy them with in stock, which is pretty crazy to think about. I didn't think you can actually do that. That's actually really interesting. Like, I never knew you could actually do that. That's really cool. So yeah, and then there's also like the typical armors. Did he redo the armors, or did he just add a new one called Ruin? Huh, that's interesting. I never knew he actually did that. Melee shop, the typical swords, bone sword, ancient sword. Can't recall that sword. I don't know the name of that sword. Demon sword, demonic sword. All the swords that you've seen in the original RPG kit. The staff shop, magic staff, great staff, earth staff, bone staff. Yeah, pretty much a lot. Honestly, there's a lot that this kit's made, and seeing it now coming together is pretty crazy to say the least. So yeah, there's the pawn as well. Here's the and here's like the mom. Where you can attack. Another cool thing about this kit too is that it actually has the ability to lunge. So it doesn't mean like, oh, you dash or something like that. It basically means like this. The classic Roblox sword lunge, right? Well, basically double clicking it, and that's what happens. So if I press space, it basically means I float a bit and all that stuff. Typical lunge stuff that's been in classic Roblox for a bit. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I think he is finding out. I guess he is trying to look into disabling it at some point too, or having the option to disable it too, which is pretty cool. So yeah. Now I feel like a lot of things are probably going to be asked here. What about the attributes and the armors? How can I equip them? Well, there's going to be a menu system right here. There's also options where you can also like look at your save. You can do your save. You can update you can look at the update log. Yeah, there's actually a built-in update log. You can actually use with that. There's armors. There's also like stats and attributes. Yeah, the typical stuff that the kit has always had, but it's been updated more. It's more updated now. So yeah, it's definitely like a modern look for the game, honestly. So seeing that definitely makes me wonder what people are gonna use with the kit, honestly. So yeah, But anyways, I think it's probably gonna be up. You guys enjoying. Thanks for watching. Overall, I think this kid's definitely seen a lot. So let me just kill this guy. Let me see if I can kill this guy, and see if I can, I'll be good. But anyways, let's just kill this guy real quick, and we get HP and levels XP. So that's nice. So yeah, there's a lot to be said about this kid. I definitely feel like there's a lot of potential with this kid too, honestly. But that's just my, don't take my word for it. Definitely look into it and experiment with it and all that stuff. He did recently or his kid actually was at one point banned on the marketplace earlier, or not marketplace, the creator store, mainly because Roblox moderation thought it was misusing its system. It looks like it's back online. I'm not sure, but I'll have the link down below in case it is. So, yeah. Anyways, I think that's probably gonna be it for the video, guys. Enjoying. Thanks for watching. If you guys want to see more videos like this, then please be sure to subscribe, like, and turn on bell on the channel. But you also not miss this video. If you guys want me to do a video or a tutorial on this kit, then feel free to let me know. And yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Big N6 now. Have a good one, as always.